I watched Wakanda Forever 13 times and found out some crazy details and Easter eggs that just blew my mind. Welcome to Thinkverse. Let's jump right into the video. Wakanda is now protected by force fields, not holograms. Black Panther Wakanda Forever highlights the vulnerability and isolation of the African kingdom of Wakanda after the death of King T'Challa through the use of subtle details. In the first film, the Royal Talon Fighter flew through the holographic images that concealed Wakanda's advanced cities. However, in the sequel, these holograms have been replaced with force fields, physically separating Wakanda from the rest of the world. As Okoye steps out of the Royal Talon Fighter, she declares, "We're home," the same phrase she used in the previous film, emphasizing the stark contrast in Wakanda's sense of security. Chadwick Boseman license plate. Black Panther Wakanda Forever pays homage to Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa throughout the film. There's a subtle nod to Boseman in the license plate of the truck that transports Everett Ross at the end of the film. The license plate reads CB 112976, which is a direct reference to Boseman's birth date, November 29, 1976. Shuri's Black Panther suit appears to be inspired by her family. A close examination of Shuri's Black Panther mask and suit reveals several nods to her family. The gold trim on the suit is similar to T'Chaka's Black Panther suit in the first Black Panther film. The necklace around the neck of the suit is shaped like teeth, reminiscent of the second suit T'Challa wore, which Shuri designed in the first movie. The silver dots above her eyes resemble the body paint she wears during funerals for her mother and brother. Additionally, the mask features a crown symbol at the top, paying homage to the late monarch Ramunda. Shuri's last words to her mom are, "Love you, bye." When Ramunda instructs Shuri to stay put, Shuri implies that she has a strained relationship with her mother. She hangs up the phone abruptly, as is her habit, saying, "Love you, bye." It may not be immediately obvious, but these things turn out to be the final words Shuri speaks to her mother before she passes away. T'Challa's son appears much earlier in the film. Yes, upon Queen Ramunda's arrival in Haiti to seek assistance from Nakia, T'Challa's son Toussaint is the initial person to welcome her. I surely missed this one on my first viewing. The Dora Milaje have different shoulder pads to show their rank. As the general of the Dora Milaje, Okoye is the only one adorned with golden shoulder pads and a golden necklace, symbolizing her rank with Wakanda. When Okoye loses her position, Ayo is seen wearing gold armor, indicating that she has assumed Okoye's rank. Ramunda appears to have her hair down in private moments when showing her grief. Throughout the first Black Panther movie, Ramunda's hair is only seen when she is on the run from Killmonger following T'Challa's supposed death. However, in the sequel, Ramunda is shown with her hair out and unkempt on various occasions when she is not performing her royal duties. This serves as a symbol of her ability to grieve openly and not having to put on a strong facade for her country. T'Challa's ceremonial spear and shield were laid next to his coffin. During T'Challa's funeral, you can see the ceremonial spear and shield that he uses in his battles to become the king resting beside his Panther-themed coffin. These artifacts serve as a reminder of T'Challa's leadership and the significance of his role as king. Shuri mentions the Panther goddess Bass at the film's very start. Shuri begins the film by saying, "Bass, time is running out." As she works to replicate the heart-shaped herb, she expresses her belief in the Panther goddess, saying that if Bass allows her to heal her brother, she will never question her existence again. Bass is an important figure in Wakanda mythology. The goddess also makes a brief appearance in Thor: Love and Thunder. Namor's war speech may explain an Iron Man 2 Easter egg. Okay, this one is a long shot, but in his war speech, Namor subtly hints at the oldest setup of his character in the MCU. In Iron Man 2, a shield map highlights a location in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, traditionally the home of Namor's kingdom in the comics. However, Talokanil City is in a different location. Namor tells his people that they will not move again, suggesting that they were once nomadic, fleeing attention from those on the surface. It is possible that S.H.I.E.L.D. discovered Talokanil or the remains of an old Talokanil city. Symbolic elephants. As Ramunda and Shuri reflect on T'Challa's death by the shores of Wakanda, the camera captures 3 elephants entering the water. The presence of an older elephant, accompanied by 2 younger ones, is likely symbolic of Ramunda, T'Challa, and Shuri's relationship as mother, son, and sibling. News outside Wakanda. In Black Panther Wakanda Forever, during a scene where CNN's Anderson Cooper is reporting on Wakanda, a news ticker at the bottom of the footage refers to Scott Lang. The ticker reads, "Scott Lang continues tour in support of autobiography, Look Out for the Little Guy." This is a nod to Lang's memoir and a hint that Ant-Man is becoming a bit of a celebrity in the MCU. This was further referenced in the first trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, with a humorous scene where someone mistakes him for Spider-Man. Another news ticker references New Asgard. This one says that a treaty was signed in New Asgard, which may not mean much for the MCU, but it does show the expansion of the Asgardians' new country under King Valkyrie's rule. Riri closes out the sequel wearing the same outfit Shuri wore near the film's start. The orange outfit worn by Riri Williams at the end of the film bears a resemblance to the one worn by Shuri early on in the film, although it may not have been immediately noticeable as Shuri's outfit is covered by a white mesh fabric. This similarity in the outfit may symbolize Shuri's transformation from a child in need of guidance to a mentor for Riri. Throughout the film, Shuri receives guidance from her mother and loved ones, and now she is able to provide that same guidance for Riri. Furthermore, the outfit swap could also hint at Riri's potential return to Wakanda one day. At the end of the sequel, Shuri heads to Haiti, but it is not specified whether this is a permanent move or a visit. If Shuri chooses to stay in Haiti, Wakanda would need someone to take the lead in Shuri's tech lab, and Riri seems like a perfect fit for that role. Additionally, Riri is set to star in her own Disney Plus series Ironheart next year, further solidifying her potential return to Wakanda and her growth as a character. And last but not least, Shuri's vibranium gauntlets are built into her new Black Panther costume. In Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War, Shuri fought with vibranium gauntlets that fire sonic blasts. In Wakanda Forever, they extend from her costume as she fights off the Talakanil warriors. A very cool upgrade in my opinion. And these were all the details I could find after watching the film for 13 times. Click on this video to find out what was Black Panther Wakanda Forever's original story before Chadwick Boseman's death. Thank you for watching.